Yo, so we're live. The question is, did Bizzy Bone miss GOAT status? Bizzy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. And I'm gonna tell you, yes, he did, in my opinion. He did miss GOAT status. Bizzy Bone to me could have been the Michael Jackson of Bone Thugs and Harmony. Yes, he could have been up there with Big and Pac. He could have been up there with Jay-Z. When everybody thought about Bone Thugs and Harmony, they thought about Bizzy Bone. Everybody was talking about the light skinned one. And yes, there is two light skinned ones, but they're talking about the high yellow one, Bizzy Bone, the one with the flowing hair and I'm gonna miss everybody, and I'm gonna miss everybody. They talk about that guy. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. Everybody,
That's that guy.
yeah, he was the guy, and I felt like he missed the boat, man.
Hey, mother.
You know, he missed the boat. He didn't handle his business. He didn't do what he had to do. Nah, he didn't handle his business.
Why do you think that is?
Him missing all the videos.
Alcohol?
No, it wasn't alcohol. It had nothing to do with alcohol. He tried to pull a Beyonce. He tried to sabotage the group low key. He tried to sabotage the group, man. He tried
Why
not
do
to
you
show
say
up.
that?
He tried to show up not to the video shoots. He tried not to show up not to the shows. You know, he wasn't being part of the group, but he was doing his own venues. He was doing his own venues, y'all. And that's the truth. He showed up for his own stuff. He showed up for his own features. He showed up for Immature on Give the Ghost. Why wasn't he on Days of Our Lives? Why wasn't he on?
Well, he was on Days of Our Lives.
Damn Marcus Houston. No, nobody give a damn about no damn Marcus Houston. But Chris Stokes.
We ain't gonna damn no Marcus.
But Chris Stokes.
Chris Stokes ain't got nothing to do with Marcus.
Let's not go there.
He got a lot to do with it. He got a lot to do with it.
Let's not go there.
He got a lot to do with Marcus Houston.
We ain't going there. I ain't even mentioning the nigga.
Let's not go there.
I don't even know who that is. It's not Marcus Houston.
He know what he did though.
Yeah, he know what he did.
He know what he did.
Got my tongues all twisted. I don't need this shit. Medication.
Rick says to the world, yeah, but to Bone fans, he is.
He is what?
He's the Michael Jackson. He's the Michael Jackson to Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say all that.
Yes, I would. When we was in New York,
if you gonna pick one of them to step out, it was gonna be Bizzy Bone.
The light skinned dude, the and be like, it's like two light skinned motherfuckers in the group, right? They'd be like the one that raps real fast you can't understand, Bizzy Bone. That's his name, yeah, Bizzy Bone. And I told you when I met Ladot Trife, he said, "Yo, I could take you to Biz Production. It's not Bizzy Bone." I'm like, man, is that the only Bone y'all know up here? Is Bizzy Bone? So yes, he's absolutely right. At least up there it was like that. I don't know about elsewhere, but that's the only place I've witnessed it like that, where they're like, "Yo, the light skinned dude." You like, it's like two light skinned dudes in the damn group. Which one? The one you can't understand. They'll do that shit.
Right.
I had it happen to me. I don't know if it happened to you, Grim, but I do remember clearly having conversations with multiple people, and that's exactly what they said. I'm like, damn, is that like the thing?
I've heard people say that they can't understand Bizzy Bone. Yeah, that he raps too fast.
Yeah,
I think that's what singled him out, though.
I think that is too.
Ricky says, like Crazy Bone said, Bizzy never came back after Easy died. Crazy Bone said it himself.
I mean, that could be true. So would that be a reason to miss it? So is that the reason why he decided, look, since Easy's dead, I'm just gonna go off and be my own Bone?
I think Bizzy Bone always planned to be on that. I think all that attention went to his head, man. That's what I think it was. All the attention went to his head. It was a rumor that Mariah Carey was trying to get with him. That's why he didn't show up for the Mariah Carey thing. He said he was taking care of his kids. But yeah, that's what these people do, man. They kind of sabotage the group, and then they kind of pull a Jay-Z. That's what these people do, man. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't work. I believe in Bizzy Bone's case, it didn't work. I believe if he just would have worked hard, he had already got the accolades as the best Bone member. He had the solo project that did the best. I don't think it was the best, but it did the best. Rick says Cray is the best.
It was a very good put together solo project, which I think is one of the best. You know what I'm saying?
It was one of the best, but the follow-ups were
still could have been
extremely lackluster.
Michael Jackson of the group.
Definitely.
Based off of that album alone.
If he would have came out of the listen, okay, let's say that album was Billie Jean. Let's say Heaven's Movie was Billie Jean. Okay, what came after Billie Jean? Bad. Okay, what came after Heaven's Movie? The Gift. Was The Gift bad, or was it bad?
That's not that.
You be the judge.
Listen.
Guys,
Check it out. No, it's just ass apples and oranges.
Yeah, you think he's slick. You know what you
Apples and oranges.
Rick says Cray is the best, but they know the voice. But people starting to realize Cray is really the man in the group. Yeah, Crazy works the hardest. But just because you work the hardest, don't always mean that you're the best. He just outworks Bizzy. Bizzy actually he got the attention through whatever appeal he had.
Anthony's no Byron. Period. Anthony is no Byron.
Okay, and then Rick says people don't know Bizzy was doing music before Bone. He was always a solo artist. I didn't know that. I did not know that.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. You're gonna have to pull up some. Hey, he's gonna have to pull up some material. We need some material.
We need some receipts.
No, real shit. We need receipts. We need receipts and material.
I didn't know that. I was unaware of that.
Check this out though. So this is the thing. Besides the like I tell y'all all the time, when it comes to attention in the group, besides the way Bizzy Bone looks like a rapper. All right, he got the wavy hair. He's this, that. It's not just his skin color. He looks like a rapper. I think he's one of the taller ones in the group too. I think he's not a short guy either, but he looks like a rapper. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of things in the music videos, if you go watch and rewatch the music videos, he plans a lot of great moments in the music videos. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he looks like. He's very aware of what's going on. So when he's in front of the train and he's doing it, he planned that. Now he didn't plan the train passing, but he knows how to capture he knows how to capture a scene in the video. If you watch East 99 Eternal, yes, a lot. You could tell he's actually planning things. Okay, you go to the scene in East 99, and the Raven, he does it twice. The Raven does not look at him. He does it twice because the first time the Raven did not look at him. He does that slow.
I don't even remember that video. So
he looks at the Raven, and then the Raven looks at him, and it looked kind of cool. He playing that. He did it twice. The first time it didn't work. Then you go to First of the Month, where he's on the car rapping, and he's not looking at the camera, and then he goes on the first, and he looks at the camera at like the perfect time when the beat dropped. He's planning these moments. So when you watch these videos, watch how he plans these moments. They're very significant, and why fans draw themselves to him, because he's planning these moments. He's not just rapping on camera.
I think it's something else in his head. And then
the dude is smart. He's smarter than what people are giving him credit for. Bro. He's smart. He knows the camera angles. He knows when to look at.
He ain't too damn smart. He fucked up the group. He ain't too damn smart.
Well, no, he did it on purpose.
Byron, bring your tail front and center. You need to speak up. What was the whole ordeal? And then you got your wish, and you ain't even catapult with your career. You wanted to go solo, you went solo. What'd you do with it?
Yeah, Lazy Mom hooked up Bizzy's dad and told Lazy, "You need to hear this boy sign which was Bizzy. Yeah, I seen that story.
So the same dad that
Ladies love
kidnapped
Bizzy.
him got him a record deal.
That wasn't his dad. That was not his dad, man.
Big Byron wasn't his dad.
No,
His dad is Big Byron.
his dad was
Big
not the
Byron.
one that kidnapped him.
Okay.
That his dad kidnapped him.
His dad was not.
No,
the
I
one
think
that
it was his
kidnapped him.
stepdad. Was it his stepdad?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
How the hell is your stepdad? How the hell is your
Granddad,
stepdad gonna fucking
this
kidnap a
dude. You know
kid
what
from
I'm
his
saying?
mom?
Yeah, come
That's
on.
ridiculous.
You better get back with me. I'ma steal your kid.
Maybe that was the guy that was supposedly molested him. You know, we don't know. I mean, he really don't deep dive into that story. You know what I'm saying?
You need his ass.
More or less, it probably had something to do with that. I'd say
You know, the kid
with the molestation. But we can't tell because Bizzy Bone doesn't talk much about it. He spoke about it, but he doesn't like go into full detail.
He doesn't deep dive into it.
What am I going through?
But at the end of the day, what he did, you're right, Rick. It was smart. It was very calculated. Very calculated.
What'd he do? What that nigga do?
For his solo career. I mean, Bizzy smart.
The way he jumped off the ledge and without a parachute.
Hey, did you put the link in the chat?
I did put the link in the chat. I'll throw it again.
Okay.
I did it twice already.
Yeah, we expecting Bizzy Bone to log in and tell us why he did what he did, and does he think he's missed out on GOAT status? We really want to know, Byron. I mean, I definitely missed out. You definitely could have been one of those. I could have seen you having a promising career, but still, I think it was the alcohol.
It was probably that.
It was definitely the alcohol.
And Rick says no. Stepdad kidnapped him for sure.
He was a drunk.
I thought it was the alcohol that.
Mark says Bizzy Bone can't be considered the GOAT. He's not the best in his own group.
I mean, that's the figure. That is true because the majority of the people now saying Crazy Bone's the best in the group.
Okay, hold up. True Bone, hit that link. True Bone says, True Bone says it's his biological father that kidnapped him, but then later found out.
Now I'm lost. Now I'm confused.
That was his real dad?
It was Big Byron.
And
so Big Byron's kidnapping people, but still at the end of the day.
And Rick says
Bizzy Bone
that Yola is a hell of a drug. You dig?
Oh, was he doing that too? I didn't know he was doing that too. I just thought
they're all doing that. They're all doing that.
Yeah,
man.
I don't get into that. I didn't know that.
They're all do that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, people got to understand. Bizzy Bone was calculated in what he did. I'm not saying he was successful in doing it. Because listen, just because you have a good plan and you're smart, it's also about execution, man. It's also about execution. So, I think Bizzy Bone was the GOAT in his group. He just didn't execute well. And the Crazy Bone, I hear you, Mark, on what you're saying. He ain't the best in his group, but I think Crazy Bone just outworks him. I think Bizzy Bone's more talented. He just has more talent. He can't outwork Crazy Bone. Listen, hard work could beat talent all day. You know what I'm saying? You could be the best at something, just be naturally talented. But somebody's a hard worker. You ain't beating that dude.
No, you're not. You're definitely not. And Bizzy Bone didn't put that hard work in, man. Like I said, he was at the top.
He put the work in.
He just said he did the one album, and then the second album was good. So he didn't put no work in.
He did not put the work in, and it's like he did put the work in, but he didn't put the work in because I believe those songs that he did off of The Gift were from the heart, because he's singing them with a lot of emotion and all that Bizzy Bone shit, but it just didn't hit the mark. It didn't resonate. The murder mode was not so prevalent.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Busy, but F your feelings. Don't care about your heart. You know what I'm saying? I paid for this project not to hear what your heart's telling
True,
you.
nah,
Music
nah.
good, dang on music.
StreamYard,
I
it ain't
agree.
80. It ain't $80. Like $40.
I don't know. I don't know what I paid for, but I paid for his music. And like I said, the first one, Heaven's Movie, was very, very good. I liked it, that joint. The second one, I didn't bother to listen to because so many people been dissed it. So it's like I ain't even gonna waste my money. I ain't even gonna waste my eardrums on that. You know what I'm saying? But I do have respect for the man's talent. I do see where he was trying to do that push back in the G, you know what I'm saying, for that solo career to take off. It just didn't happen that way, and I'm sorry. Now what I don't get is Ice crying sometimes and he boo-hoos. I don't get the new Busy Bone. This new Busy Bone we got, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man,
I don't really get this dude here.
That, that,
Especially if he's still pulling them shenanigans where he doesn't want to cooperate with the group, missing out on shows, messing up shows. You know, tigers don't change their stripes. Ain't that what they say?
Busy Bone's always gonna be, man. You know, he's been doing this over what 2 or 3 decades now, man. Now it's just we expect it now, man. You know what I'm saying? Busy Bone
And
is
that
he's kind of selfish, man.
I wonder is he in the deal with the Conor McGregor? Because you know he's Conor McGregor's a pisshead too. You know he like to get drunk and punch old men and stuff like that.
And Rick says at one point, Busy had said that Crazy was his favorite rapper.
Everybody said that.
What in the world is "Shake Your Stick" song? I never heard that song. True, I never heard that. But I'm gonna say this, man. If Busy Bone would have came back out like quickly with the album, and I know that's it would kind of step on Crazy Bone stuff or Lazy stuff because Lazy took forever to come out with his. The Bone momentum then died when you know what they done came out with Resurrection and everything. Then Lazy came out with his. I think Busy had he had just kept the formula the same instead of getting into the harmonization and the high pitched vocals, I think he would have been okay. Man, I mean, how many of us have heard that what's that song? Ain't nothing like money in a Ziploc bag, uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Flash
Who
with the
Joker the Bells
cash.
Bondman. Shout out to Joker the Bells Bondman. That was that
Joker
song
the Bells Bondman.
out of Alaska. Ain't nothing like money in a Ziploc bag. Smash with the cash.
Flash with the cash.
Yes, smash with the cash. When I say smash.
Yeah.
Rick says
Uh-huh.
y'all haven't listened to Busy Bone from
2009.
2019 to now.
No.
I actually listened to the Book of Byron yesterday, man, and it sounded pretty good. It's just you could tell he's probably using a home studio. Jay,
Hey, you ain't
you
shit.
no, he said Jay, you ain't heard the new
He
Busy
did.
Bone. He said Jay, you ain't heard the new Busy Bone. I actually listened to the Book of Byron, man.
He said, look like you ain't shit. You shit. You ain't heard the new Busy.
Rick said, I'm about to pull over and give y'all the real. Pull up. Look,
Pull
straight
up.
up,
You
straight
should
up.
have been
So
pulled
Busy
up.
Bone is included in the new deal with Conor McGregor. So all five
I
Bone
believe
members
so.
will be on
For
this.
sure. For sure.
Yes, they said yes.
It's
Busy
about
Bone is
damn time.
included
He
in the
said,
new
it's
deal.
about damn time.
Yeah.
It's
The
about
Parsons
damn time.
Damn
post Carter
right.
reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, for real, it is. So I wonder,
You can take me out.
this would be
Hey, man.
good.
Listen, man, you can take me out the country. You can't take country out of me. Shout out.
Big C. Low Key
Big
says
C.
War of the Roses is Busy's best new album. Book of Byron was a miss. I would say on the book of Byron. I'm gonna check out the War of the Roses. On that book of Byron, he was a lot more lyrical. He was a lot more lyrical. I can
Was he?
respect that. He was.
Book of
I
Byron.
Was he? Now, are there any? Listen, let me ask y'all something, man. Are there any of his tracks that you could think of where you felt like? Because we know he's a pisshead, bro. We know he drinks a lot. Do we hear any tracks that probably were inspired by alcohol?
don't know. Gotta bless the
Ride
40
on the
ounce.
freeway.
That's not
Yeah, I
really
ride on free.
a Bizzy Bone song. That Ride on the Freeway was a pretty good song. I don't think he was drunk when he did that.
I don't think he'd be
That's
drunk.
actually
I think y'all might be putting some gas on the drinking just because
no, bro. We have no. We have a Bone video which depicts these guys drinking and smoking in the studio and getting fucked up while doing Resurrection. You remember that video?
They're professionals, man. They're professionals, man.
I mean,
They're professionals, dog. We ain't doing that, dog. We ain't about to deface Bone. We ain't doing that.
No, I'm not defacing them guys, but there has been
Byron's
instances
got a
where them
nice
guys have
album,
been
though.
too fucked. They've been too fucked up to perform. Several times they fell asleep in the studio. They've had to get woke up.
Rick says, yes, Bizzy is a part of the New Deal. Bizzy,
Yeah, he is.
Bizzy go always be for Bone. Nah, facts. Bizzy, yeah. Bizzy, he needs to be a part of Bone because him missing out on that strength and loyalty was a bad look for him because that strength and loyalty goes, dog. That strength and loyalty goes. And I wonder, did he think that album, how that album was going to be if he wasn't on it? I wonder, was Bizzy Bone thinking about that? You know what I'm saying? But I definitely believe it'd be an even better album if Bizzy Bone was on it. Not saying that it's not a good album because strength and loyalty is tight, dog. I'm going to be honest with you.
It is a good album.
Strength and Loyalty with just 3 of them is kind of perfect. Because when you start putting all 5 guys on tracks, bro, some of them tracks is just too long. And I know it's Bone, and you're saying, well, how can a Bone track be too long? Listen, you can't keep doing 16s, bro. We not at that day and time, ladies and gentlemen. 5-minute songs,
listen.
3 minutes tops. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen. If you're doing a 600 bars and running, say like game, I think it's acceptable. But you got to be talking about something. You can't do a 6-minute song about smoking reefer.
You can if it's tight.
I don't even think I stay high for that long.
That's crazy.
Maybe, but I'm just saying, like, you can't do a 6-minute. Realistically, you're not going to do a 6-minute song about smoking bud. You're not going to do an extended version, and they're not going to have an extended version of Buddha Lovers. No, that's retarded. That would sound retarded. To be honest with you, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure.
Their reefer songs are very good.
Rick said, Cray don't smoke, Bizzy don't drink.
Hey,
are you trolling?
This is a lie.
Are you trolling?
Yeah, this is a lie.
They must have went to AA.
I don't know if they don't know.
Come on, man.
We know Bizzy drink. We know Bizzy drink.
They're not.
I don't know about Crazy.
They're not Bone fans. Come on, man. You know Crazy Smokes, bro.
He's faking the Bone. He's faking the Bone, dog.
Faking the Bone, man. He's faking the Bone.
You know,
Rick,
if you're faking the Bone, we got a bone to pick.
Yeah, we got a bone to pick. We got a bone to pick.
When it comes to the smoking, Jay and Grim take offense to that kind of stuff.
No, it's not even that.
Look at their faces.
It's fandom. It's fandom. It's fandom. It has nothing to do with that. It's fandom. I am a fan.
Fandom of Bone or fandom of what?
Of Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Of the Bone and
and the 420 culture. Shout out.
I see these.
Yeah. You can't tell me, D. There ain't no way in hell he started smoking, making good ass songs like that.
Bro, now they could make an extended version of the weed song. That would have been dope. But there's only 5 verses. Who else they gonna put on there? Somebody from Mo Thug?
Me.
Okay.
Or me.
Okay. Low key. So this makes more sense. Low key says Crazy said out his own mouth he doesn't smoke anymore.
I would have
But
to see that. I would have to hear that for myself.
But he does do edibles. No, shout out because you know Crazy Bone got a sickness.
He got a sickness.
Okay, that checks out.
It's called addicted to marijuana.
Well, see, this is the thing. All you're really looking for is the THC. How you get to the THC is you can smoke it, you can ingest it. You know, you can even fucking
listen. We not talking about that. You going on a tangent on some other bullshit.
My bad.
We talking about bone, nigga. Rick
Shrimping.
says
he's trying to trigger me.
Yeah, this nigga.
Yeah, shrimp stew.
Rick
shrimp
says,
kebabs.
As much. Hang on. Much as you talk bad about Bizzy, he never missed the album when they need him. He there, but Bizzy said it himself. He wanted to get paid like Snoop. Grim, quit acting like Bone. Don't talk about different stuff. Besides smoking.
Who the hell said that?
Rick said that.
What the hell?
Not no more.
No, I said no. Listen to me.
Yeah,
I said that it wouldn't make sense.
I said that.
No, I said it wouldn't make sense for them to have an extended weed song.
And
that's what I said.
He said this after Crazy Bone got out of the hospital, he stopped smoking. Now I told you we started talking about smoking, and Grim went on a whole damn smoking shit. The 420 and the rolling papers and the
I'm just saying,
the THC and the
listen. You can't talk about Bone without You can't talk about Bone without talking about weed, bro. You just can't.
Yes, you can, man. That's just you.
Now you got to. He said Crazy Bone went to the hospital, came home, and changed lanes.
Yeah,
he has not changed lanes. He's still getting high. He's just doing it a different way.
Yeah, but
Crazy Bone don't smoke due to health issues. Thank you very much.
But I'm glad they put me up on that because I didn't know.
Of course you didn't.
Thank you, viewers.
You didn't know.
Yeah.
You knew you didn't know.
Yeah.
Did you know, Jay?
What are you over there scratching,
I knew,
bro? Your shoulder's over here doing that work.
I need to go grab another one of these.
Oh.
That's why.
Hey, yo, tell him Rick said, Rick said, I don't play or lie about my niggas. That's what's up.
And by the way, Grim, I did know that. I did knew that. Crazy Bone came out the hospital and he said he was gonna start smoking.
He did say that, man.
And if he did, then that's cool.
Because DJ Paul held him down while he was in the hospital, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
DJ Paul held him down? And guess who didn't come to see him though? It's Bizzy Bone. I think that was kind of fucked up. I think Bizzy should have been there. No, Lazy Bone. Everybody was there.
Yeah,
everybody was. No, Lazy Bone didn't come.
Yeah, he did.
Nobody came. Hold on. Who didn't? No. But who didn't come? Bizzy Bone's the only one that didn't come.
Just Bizzy, man.
Man, shame on him, dog. Just as a friend, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But like DJ Paul, you know, him and DJ Paul are real cool, man. I can't wait till they drop those albums. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes are studio rats. But listen, man, I still think Bizzy Bone. Is the most talented Bone. You know what I'm saying? I still think he's the most talented Bone. You know, lyrically, when you hear him on some of these songs, dog, Bizzy Bone's dope, dog. When y'all hear him break down that what's that pot run with us, that Thug Love, dog. When you hear him break that down, that rhyme is crazy.
I used to have that. Hey, listen. Sidebar before. Hey, listen. Sidebar before I go. I used to have that whole first verse on my wall.
No, you didn't.
I promise you, along with 5,000 Strong and Invincible. Her too.
You ain't had that.
5,000 Strong and Invincible. Thug Love.
Grim, I bet you won't. I bet you won't take your shoes off and jump in that damn fountain.
You won't.
Absolutely not.
I bet you won't.
Hold on, but listen. No, I won't. But if you guys stay tuned to another episode, I will be in an area that we'll have a body of water that I can jump into.
Man, we want to see you
You don't
jumping
want
that
to see that
foul.
shit.
You guys want to see me jumping that off?
Is
Nah,
there
man.
money? Is there money in there?
No, but
Is
there's
there
koi fish.
goldfish in there?
Oh,
There's
never
koi
mind.
fish. No, I'm
We don't
lying.
want to trip. Okay.
I
Well,
think the
so,
Book of Byron's in there. Why don't you go get it for us?
No, I gotta go grab some more air. I'll holler at you guys.
all right, love, bro.
Yep.
Love.
But yeah, the Bizzy Bone, yeah, he missed his shot. He missed his shot. I'm glad though he's gonna get on this new Bone album. I'm anxious to see because when he's with the group, man, he's definitely on beat, like he ain't missed a beat. They're
Sure.
definitely in sync, like they don't, you know what I'm saying? When they put their heads together and they work and collab, it's like they ain't never left. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right. No,
Still
facts.
get that good music. Cause what was the last one? What, Resurrection?
No, that wasn't the last one. What, last with
Now
Bone?
I'm talking about Bizzy Bone was on. Was he on
He
Third
was on a
World
few.
Order?
He was on Unify. He was on a lot of them. He
I'm
was
just
on a lot of
surprised he
them.
missed out on that the one with Swiss Beats.
Right. Rick says
That's definitely a dope album.
Busy said he didn't want to see him like that. He didn't want to see Crazy Bone like that. They talk about it, they good. He basically said Crazy Bone and Busy good. You know what I'm saying? And Rick also says, Grim, you sound like a hater today. I'm glad you noticed. I'm glad you noticed. And Busy is very lyrical, Rick says. And then Tan says, Busy missed his shot because he split away from the Bone brand. He should have stuck it out longer than and went to be his Beyonce-ish. Nah, facts. I believe he should have stuck it out too, man. I believe his path wasn't the whole Beyonce Sabotage thing. I think his thing would have been he would have just through hard work and dedication built up Bone and then eventually did the Cisco. Because that's what happened with Cisco and Drew Hill.
Is that what happened?
Cisco's hard work catapulted him to be a solo artist. He wasn't trying to sabotage the group. It just everybody like Busy, the fans picked him out. You know what I mean? A lot of times the fans will pick you.
In this case, I guess Busy felt like the fans had picked him and he needed to go on this solo mission. And
no, facts. Yeah, but Dub says, yeah, Busy missed it, but he still be spitting. Nah, he be spitting. Carbon Monoxide. Yeah, that was a pretty tough album too, bro.
Another album.
That was
I like his little cover for the Book of Byron.
That's dope, ain't it? It's fire. So if you watch it, he's being more lyrical, but you can kind of tell he's in a house studio now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what label he's on, if he's even on a label when it comes to stuff like
he's
that.
He's on Greenback with Bone. As far as solo, I don't know.
Right. You know, because a lot of times you don't need a label nowadays. Hey, appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Like, subscribe, man. Hey, we ain't forgot about this Bone trivia either, man. We have not forgot about this Bone trivia. See if you know Bone. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need Grim to step his game up, man. Straight up, bro. He was getting on my guy Bizzy Bone. I don't know what that's about because that used to be Grim's favorite Bone.
That's what I don't get. That used to be his favorite Bone. Now all of a sudden, Crazy Bone
just a little.
Bone. I don't get that.
A little backstory for y'all. So when it comes to Kentucky Boyz, which is us, the Kentucky Boyz was originally a 4-man group. All right, and guess who was the Bizzy Bone in our group? Guess who was the Bizzy Bone in our group? Guess who was the one that was always trying to go solo? You already know it was Grim. It was Grim. So I don't know why Grim tripping on Bizzy Bone. I have no clue. I'll put that out there. Grim,
I don't get that neither.
He always listen. If we over here trying to do this, Grim over here trying to do that. You know what I mean? He's always been like that, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know why he tripping on Busy.
He makes moves like Bizzy.
He does move
Yeah,
like Bizzy.
Crazy Bone, my favorite Bone member. You lie, boy. You lie. The truth ain't
Yeah,
in
but
you.
that's because that's years of calling him Bizzy Bone, and if Bizzy Bone would have blew up to be this grand solo artist, he'd roll with it. But Crazy Bone outworked him. Carbon Monoxide, the Mantra album, are classic albums from Bizzy Bone. Uh, Rick says
Carbon
Cray said he
monoxide.
thinks they solo careers came too quick, and that I agree with that because I seen that interview where he says they solo albums came too quick. I agree with that. I believe they should have held off on those solo careers, man. Um, I didn't agree with Bizzy Bone having his solo album out first. I really believe, even though that's the solo album all the fans wanted, but I believe it just came too quick, man. I believe they should have dropped Art of War, then maybe the solo albums. You know what I'm saying? Drop 3 albums, then solos, maybe even 4. Drop the
Oh
solo albums
yeah.
when your actual career starts, your actual group career starts fading. You know, I think they should have
Bizzy
did
Bone's
group.
album came out before Art of War.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It just, to me, it just felt like it did. You're right. For some reason I always think it always seems like it came out, but you're not. I'm wrong. Art of War came out in '97. Bizzy Bone came out in '98. Because we was banging the hell out of that in '99.
Yeah. It came out like a
Yeah.
Hold on.
It just felt like it just felt like it did. Rick says, listen to 97 Fed Cases by Bizzy Bone. We'll do. We'll do. Let me put that in the phone. Hold on.
97 Fed.
You know, when I go to work today, we go ahead and spin that. Got it. Off the self-titled project. You're right. This mug just called Bizzy Bone. That's mad crazy. I ain't heard this one. Nah, so if you ain't noticed, man, I'm not a real big Bizzy Bone fan, man. I'm definitely I'm not for anybody that's for breaking up the boot group Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. I'm definitely not for that, man.
That's why you're not a big Bizzy Bone fan.
Yeah, because he's disloyal, man. I don't I
He is
don't I don't
disloyal.
I don't not like Bizzy. I like Bizzy. Like my order is still my order in which I rank them. But I don't like the fact he almost broke up the group. Y'all know I'm a big Lazy Bone fan, but I'm a Lazy Bone fan because Lazy Bone is the group that holds the group together. Lazy Bone is based off loyalty. That's why I like Lazy Bone. Lazy Bone is the Leonardo of Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know, from the Ninja
Bizzy
Turtles,
Bone's just
Leonardo.
greedy. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Greed.
who's Greed?
All it is. Greed. Bizzy
Oh yeah,
Bone
yeah,
is
yeah.
just
Busy
greedy.
Bone. Yeah, yeah. No facts, facts,
Definitely
facts.
greedy. He had no right
So
to do that to the group.
no. You know, and
And I think
but
that
a lot of
easy
times
ease
you got to think
is
when you have
just
these
towards
things
the group.
where you're either molested or something happened to you, or you have all this trauma, you don't know how it's going to affect you as a grown up too. So that plays a big part in Busy Bones' whole situation, man. Um, and I hate to hear that for real, man. You know, but you
Yeah.
know, Busy Bone's still part of the Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. And to me, he's the most talented one out the group. He's just not the hardest worker, man. You know, shout out to Crazy. Shout out just the whole Bone, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, Now, so and when I
And
listen to
congrats on
Heaven's
getting that
movie,
inking that deal.
when I listen to Heaven's movie, and the reason why I really reference Heaven's movie because that's his best project. His project as far as what the world says by the sales is. I would say I'm telling you that Waiting for Warfare is probably. I mean, that's one of the hardest songs I've ever heard from that dude, man. To this day, I still listen to Waiting for Warfare.
I mean, a lot of that stuff on that album is some of his hardest working till this day. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, when I heard the album too, he definitely, like we said, he had that potential at that age, at my age I was, and me hearing it. the effect I felt like, yeah, he's definitely got that stardom, that star stud potential, you know what I'm saying, to actually get into the industry and be on a lot of people's projects. That's why I wasn't so much surprised when he would appear on people's projects, you know what I'm saying? Because he has that star quality. He definitely does.
Right.
But
Um,
name is a
um,
Mickey Mickey.
Low Key says, always remember, Busy passed the phone to Crazy for him to rap to Easy E. That tells you all you need to
Who's the
know
best?
about who is the best.
Who's the best?
Oh man, I hey
Has
hey.
Busy ever been questioned on who's the better bone out of them? Who he like?
But I think if he did, I never seen that interview. I think if there was an interview and you ask Busy Bone's gonna say Crazy.
I think
Uh,
he would too.
Rick says, "I got you, Keith. What I do."
I think he would say crazy too. I think he
Right,
would
not
too.
right. No.
Yeah,
He's saying, I
Rick
guess he's saying
definitely got
Busy
to say
Bone
that.
didn't like the business side. I can see that. I can see that. And let's be honest, a person like we've all rapped with somebody that's truly talented. Like let's take us for the Kentucky Boys. Out of the four of us, in my opinion, Grim is the most talented. Like he's naturally talented. Um, I think Jay is more of a hip hop head, and I just work hard, bro. That's all I do. I work hard, and a lot of times, even when we were rapping, Grim didn't. To this day, he hates the business side of rap. He wants his talent to speak for itself. But the rap game is at least 90% business. It don't even matter how good you can rap. Ask Sir
Yeah,
Mix a Lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Sir Mix a Lot sucked, but that dude has a classic. But he worked hard. You know.
definitely did. Definitely did. Definitely.
Tan
The
says
business
Busy would
side
name
is just
himself. He said, "Hey." Tan says Busy would name himself like Dylon, and Dylon. Facts. That's what's up.
busy.
He
Busy
said just
bone.
play. Rick
Yeah, because
says easy don't die, busy don't leave. Oh, bro, Rick, I don't know about
I
that, bro.
yeah, I was gonna say I don't know about that neither. You know,
Because I think
well, that could be true. I do see him staying if Easy E live.
no,
If
I,
Easy E
I
wouldn't
can
have
see it
passed
too,
away
but I can
late,
also see him leaving and then pulling the old Ice Cube move. See, the thing with busy people like busy that are talented, they will always find an excuse to do what they feel. You know what I'm saying? Like Grim. You know what I'm saying? Grim was much man. We as when we was getting a record deal in New York, we've heard that multiple times about our boy Grim to the B. That's my dog. That's my brother. But they definitely was on us about Grim, you know, because he was so talented and he knew he was talented. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time I can tell you a story where I remember we all write our raps, so we doing our raps. Grim scratches his rap right there at the studio. We're doing the song now, and Grim says, I don't like that rap." And we prepared this rap days in advance, weeks in advance. And Grim literally scratches his rap while we're recording it. He literally writes another rap within 20 minutes to an hour and drops it. He does not mess up. He's reading off the paper. He does not mess up. And the little jerk comes out with this smirk on
right?
his face because it was the smirk of y'all can't do that. Because I know for a fact, if I write it Johnny on the spot, I'm not gonna remember that. Even if I'm reading off the paper. Not only did he write it, he spit it like he knew it. And he did it right there on the spot too. And it was tight. And it was that Rod Whips verse, bro. If you don't remember, Jay. He wrote that Johnny on the spot.
Remember, but I
He,
don't remember that day.
yeah, he
I
wrote
do
that Johnny
remember
on the
that day
spot.
though.
Yep, he wrote it Johnny on the spot. He said he was not going to do the in the club verse. He said he was going to make a whole new verse for that song. So he scrapped that in the club verse and wrote a Ride Whips verse Johnny on the spot, bro.
Yeah, he really thought he's busy bone, didn't he?
Hell yeah, he
You really
thought.
thought you was Byron, didn't you?
And Rick
You
says,
really thought you was.
waiting for warfare was my ish.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, but but let me ask you something. How many songs, choruses did Busy write with Bone Thug? On,
I I don't
either
know.
album.
All I would say, because Busy Bone's choruses are very lackluster, but I do as far as I know, Crazy Bone does majority of the choruses for Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's why his choruses are always so layered. And Maul says things are looking grim. The show.
Because I noticed Busy Bone would take just like pieces of his songs and put them in as his choruses. Like, who
Like
want a
who?
bag? You want a bag? You ain't
Like
got a
like
bag?
who?
So,
Like who? Like who does that?
yeah,
Who,
yeah,
who
yeah,
does
yeah.
that? Grim does that. He, instead of making a whole chorus, Grim will take a piece of his verse and then he'll just repeat it.
Because
And
Busy Bone did that with that Smoke song on the Friday soundtrack.
that was tight though. That was tight. I thought he was gonna make it solo. I ain't even gonna lie. Moss says, "What's good with your boy Busy?" Nothing, man. We just putting the spotlight on him. Next Wednesday, we're gonna do Lazy Bone. My favorite Bone member. We're gonna do Lazy. And listen, and I'm gonna deep dive into the Christopher Columbus album that Jay keep talking about. Why you
Yeah,
keep dogging my guy?
not the Christopher Columbus.
Why you
I
keep
know you
dogging
ain't
my
about to.
guy? You know what I'm
What is
saying?
the name of that song?
You know, you talking about Friday?
Is it called Friday?
Friday.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
trying to think
yeah,
of how the chorus goes.
yeah. Shout out to Busy though. Like I said,
Yeah, that
Busy
is
to
a
me
good song. I
he's
like that.
always gonna
That's
be
one
the
of my
most
favorite songs
talented,
by Busy
but
Bone
Crazy Bone's
too.
gonna be always the hard working. And this is what y'all we gotta also
And
understand.
Lazy Bone's gonna be the laziest next to Wish.
I can't say nothing about that, bro. I have no clue I would love to
Yeah.
hear Lazy Bone break down
Mm-hmm.
how it transpired for his solo career. I really want to hear that. But
A lot of negotiations, bro. That nigga had to have the best of the best lawyers.
nah, nigga, don't do it. We not doing him like that,
Yeah, I
dog.
think he
We
took
tripping.
whatever they offered
Listen, if it
first.
wasn't for Otis,
I don't give a fuck if it
we
was
wouldn't
a
have the
hundred
Temptations.
thousand.
If it
He
wasn't for
took it.
Lazy, we wouldn't have Bone Thugs and Harmonies. We ain't doing them like that.
Yeah,
But
because I seen the interview yesterday where he said, I told Easy, man, just don't rape us, man. I heard you be robbing people, man. Nah, I ain't gonna rape y'all. I'm looking at y'all like y'all my little kids. Man, shit.
Moss
I don't know.
says
I
who
don't know if Easy.
Moss says, who want a bag? You want a bag. He got a bag. She got a bag. They got a bag. Is that what he said?
I
Bruh,
think that is what he said, though. It
that
sounds
is
close.
probably, hey, listen.
I'm
Listen, when
trying
it
to
comes
think
to
of the
Busy,
main
like I said,
part, though.
I am not a super Busy fan, but I
One bag,
real
you one bag,
recognize
you
real,
got
and
it.
I do understand the brother has talent, man. And he's
So who
naturally
want a bag?
gifted.
You want a bag? She. That nigga said that shit. I keep saying, so who want a bag? You want a bag? You got a bag? So who want a bag? You want a bag? I thought there was a she in there. I leave it out though when I sing the chorus.
Oh, I don't know. Hey,
Yeah, I leave that. But the way he mixed it in with that Friday chorus was pretty dope. Like that
Warren says the new Busy albums are fire. Now, listen, and
album.
like I said, I just listened to that Book of Byron like a week ago, and I'm not gonna lie, I was impressed with his lyrics. I said, "Damn, it sounds like everybody's stepping up, man." We just got done doing a review on that Juvenile, man. That new Juvenile, that Boiling Point, man. Juvenile, some of these old cats is really stepping their game up lyrically. Like, man, what's going on? So I can definitely agree with that. Like I said, that Book of Byron's all right. Like I said, Jay, the only difference is you could tell the production is slightly a little different, man. It's a little
Because of
different.
the quality of the studio he's in.
It's not really like bad quality. It's not bad quality. You could tell he's at a good studio, but it's not state of the art. You could tell he probably has a few $1,000 in his
One
thing.
that he is his son on this album?
I think a little busy is Brazilian. Says Brazil Wu-Tang. Hey, shout out to Wu-Tang
I
though.
heard Wu Tang's on tour with Bone. Are they supposed to be doing a tour or something?
Nah, for sure. I ain't never gonna knock Wu-Tang. I ain't never gonna knock the Wu. But you know, listen, man. It I think we can all agree that Bizzy Bone might be the most talented, but Crazy Bone is probably the best Bone because he's the most hardworking Bone out of the whole group, man. You know what I'm saying? And Lazy Bone, like I said, he's Leonardo, man.
So
He's Lionel.
Talent stand?
Wish is talented. They're all talented. I put it to you like this, Jay. If they was to get on track with us, Wishbone, if he wanted to, he can wash us, bro. Pause. But for real, that dude can literally, come on, man. Wish is talented. Anytime Wish is rapping fast, Wish is cold, I think Wish is the coldest one that raps fast because you can understand him and he has lyrics. I think Wish is one of the coldest. Like when you hear him on that damn on Strength and Loyalty, he does flow motion. He had the best verse, bro. To me,
they got him. He's on that.
Yeah, he's the last one, sewing it up, dog.
Cause he's not on the original Flow Motion.
No, he's on that one.
Oh, that'd have been dope. Oh, that's right. He took Bizzy's spot. That's why he's on the Flow Motion because Bizzy's on the original Flow Motion.
Bizzy. Polo says Bizzy my favorite. Bizzy my number one artist, but sometimes is like what I guess what the hell is what the hell you be talking about? No, for sure. Sometimes Bizzy go on a tangent because you know he take a little drink. He take a little drink, you know what I mean?
Sippy sip.
Take a little sippy sip. You know, don't make me an alcoholic. Take me a little sippy sip.
Don't make me drink that, man.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. Bone Thugs and Harmony is probably the best. Is probably the best group of all time in my eyes. But
rap hip hop group.
It does not mean being the best group of all time. Don't mean that you're not gonna have problems, man. Every ship.
What makes them the best group of all time, though?
Just their impact in the game. Their impact, what they brought to the game, and how they impacted my life.
I would say NWA for me.
I can understand that.
That's what made Bone, though. You know what I'm saying?
I can understand that. I can definitely get it, man. Like I said, to me, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So for me, growing up and being around these dudes, I really like East Coast. I never really liked West Coast music. I tolerated in the early 90s because that's all BET MTV played. Radio. You know, so yeah, that's all they played back then. But then when they came out with Bone, I was just looking like, man, who is this group? And when I first seen the video, I'm like, man, they rapping fast. I can't even understand them. But I ain't gonna lie. And it really, for me, it really was Thuggish Ruggish Bone, Lazy Bone. You know, he coming out from off that building. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, who's this little dude? And he just thugging shit, bugging, loving your people because it's so rich. Yeah. I was like, dang, this dude's tight. And then next thing you know, I seen him on For the Love of Money. That's I was like, hey, this group is tight, man.
When I first seen him, I seen the name. I seen him. It was something that East 99 is where you find me singing. That came on. I'm like, yeah, this sound all right. And I'm looking, I'm like, okay. So I'm just like looking. Then I see the name come across. I said, man, this is a goddamn rock group. I said, and then I seen Eazy-E. I said, oh, this nigga done went and got a damn rock group. I'm like, what the fuck? And then they started rapping, and I'm listening like, and understand the damn thing these dudes are saying. I'm still listening. I'm like, it sound all right. But it's got Eazy-E in it, so I'm going to roll with it. That's my dog. And somebody gave me a tape, and I'm listening to it. I said, damn, every damn song is fast. These dudes don't even rap slow. But they beats was tight. That's what I liked it about them. I was like,
Yeah,
you got
man,
some
that whole
badass
thing was
beats. And the
tight to
way they
me,
was
man.
riding the beats, the way they was riding them drops, when they was putting them in them beats was dope. So I was like, I can roll with this. I was like, damn, man, I don't understand a damn thing they said.
Bet says, "What up? What up? I got a lot of Busy music. I thought Busy was gonna be big in '98 with Heaven's Movie.
Mm-hmm.
We thought so too."
Yeah,
Dub says,
we
"Carbon
had a lot
Monoxide
of
album was
ambitions for you,
fire."
Busy. We had
Nah,
big ambitions for you, Busy.
man, I ain't gonna lie. So when Heaven's Movie first came out, when we first heard Thugs Cry, I'm not gonna lie. I remember it was the world premiere. And I didn't even know Bizzy Bone was coming out with a solo album. So when it showed the world premiere, and at this time, Bone is kind of dying off. 3-6 Mafia is coming in. And so when this happens, dang man, I got carpal tunnel, man. It's gonna hurt like a mug. But Bizzy Bone's world premiere, and I'm thinking like, everybody's kind of knocking Bone now, right? Art of War came out, everybody's knocking Bone, but everybody still loves the pot run with us. But then when we see the Thugs Cry, and you see the shot, and it shows the penitentiary, and it does the little super zoom in and all that, man, I went crazy, bro. I went crazy. I remember it was on MTV, bro. I went crazy when I seen that world premiere. I thought it was dope. And then the second song, when they did the "Nobody Can Stop Me," that's when it kind of dulled it down because I don't think he should have did that song second. It was a good
When
song.
nobody can stop me.
It was a good song, but it
That's a very good
slowed down
song.
his momentum. It's a very good song, but it slowed down the momentum.
It
Like
did kind of
you gotta watch
because
out
it
when you
went
put
from
out those slow.
thug cry, that
Yes.
hyper, that up
Yeah.
tempo,
And then you
and
you
then
slow.
yeah,
You
it
gotta
kind of
watch out when
slowed
you
it
slow it.
down.
Yeah, because it slows down
Yeah,
the
because I
momentum.
was expecting something more
Hype.
like Ready for Warfare, like
Yeah.
something like that, more hype. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe later on that, what are you going through? What are you going through? To me, that should have been something like
Right.
me listening to the album and hearing it, other than you doing the
That's like I was
video and me
telling y'all
seeing
about
it.
Kusha Conflict. Kusha Conflict, when they came out with Scummy, they shouldn't have came out with Scummy first. They should have came out with something where, like I told you with R. Kelly, because R. Kelly is always going to have them up there because he was that type of artist. Then you drop Scummy and possibly get something else. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be careful when you put out those slow ballads, man, because it will slow down the momentum of what you're trying to do sometimes, unless it's just that great.
And you say that's in Bizzy's case.
That's what happens in Busy Case. Because you got to think when they put out Crossroads. When they put out Crossroads, Crossroads is the slow ballad. But on East 99, that came out what? You had First of the Month, then East 99, and then I think it was Crossroads. I'm thinking that's how it went. First of the Month, East 99, Crossroads. Might be missing one. But I think that's how it went. I'm not for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because Crossroads is a slow ballad, but Crossroads just happened to be one of the best songs they've ever done too. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them, man. Shout out to them, man. Um, you know, I and so Tan says Crazy is the musical maestro. Nah, I agree with that. I agree with that. So needless to say, a lot of y'all like Crazy more than y'all like Busy.
That's what
I
it seems
think.
like. A lot of people do like Crazy more than they like Busy, but it's understandable because Busy been acting like a piece of boo boo these last couple of years.
Polo says exactly. When Busy tapped into smooth Busy, soft Busy, dropped a lot of expectations of Bizzy Bones. Yes,
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
Okay, Vet says, yep. I was thinking the same thing about that video, and I was like, why do this? Hang on, why? I was like, why he do this? Why not demons around me? Oh, I forgot about the demons surround me all the time. Demons surround me song. I remember a lot of
Yep.
people was bumping that. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too. Yeah, I forgot that. Demons surround me all the
Yeah,
time.
something
Look,
more, you know what I'm
when I
saying?
first got, hey,
Something more up
when I first
tempo.
got my wife, she walked in the house. I was living in her house, man. She had a house. I was living in her house, and she, you know, she into the church. I'm not saying I'm not in the
Busy
church, but
voice
I'm not.
instrument.
I wasn't like her, right? I remember she walked into the house. She came in from work. I didn't have to work that day, and at that time, I put the I had a Bizzy Bone CD and it was burnt. I put it into the Xbox. I'm cleaning the house. Like back in them days, you know how we do. We got the music playing, got to clean the house, and that's why I play Heaven's movie. You know what I'm saying? And she just so happened to walk in and had that demons surround me all the time. Demons, and I'm thinking it's just music to me. You know what I mean? She walk in and I look at her and say, demons surround me all the time. Man, she spazzed out on me. She said, we don't play that type of music in here. She spazzed, bro. She said, you conjuring up spirits and bringing them into my house. I was like, what? And you know, I ain't know people was into that, you know, that kind of stuff, church wise and stuff. That shocked me because to me it was just music.
Uh, uh,
Demons surround me all
uh.
the time.
He probably was around her doing this crazy shit. Like, uh,
Oh,
uh.
Chevy Thing says Busy's voice is an instrument. I don't know about that, bro, but listen.
Yeah, a car hitting a wall and that.
Nah, we ain't doing Busy like that, bro. We ain't doing Busy
The
like
nigga
that.
passed out
Boss
behind the
said,
wheel.
wasn't Buddha Lovers a single as well?
Who the Lovers
Was
was a
it?
good song.
I think it was. I
Yeah, it
think they had
was.
a video
They
for
had
it.
a video for it, but I seen the video like on a DVD. I never seen it like on a Rap City or nothing like that.
Rick says, you gotta remember NWA was about to get back together. Busy wasn't going nowhere. Plus, Easy let him hang on. Plus, Easy let them do what they want. No, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't think Busy, that's hard to say, man, just because off of what Crazy Bone said, he never came back. You know, I would love to have a one-on-one interview with Crazy
He
Bone and
wrote
have it.
what?
Busy wrote first of the month. Wrote first of the
Yeah,
month for who? Oh, he wrote the
the
chorus. You
chorus?
saying Rick?
Oh wow. I didn't know that. I just asked
That
that too. I was like, did he write anything for Bone?
that's dope. If he wrote the chorus of that. That was my
Man.
shit. Talking about the demons surround me all the time. Yeah. Drop the
Wake up,
link.
and then I seen that my sister was already bitch. Sister when they
Come on, Jay.
the nigga said.
Uh,
Mexicans love Busy. We love Mexicans too. We wanted to claim
Polo
him.
says
That must be a
Mexicans
Hispanic.
love Busy. We wanted to claim him. People weren't really sure what race he was. That's crazy. Oh, Polo, that's crazy.
San Antonio.
Rick
Jay
said,
don't start.
yeah, let's go, Ricky. Let's go. Hey, every live Ricky got let you know, hey, nigga, don't start this today, nigga. Not today, nigga.
Listen, just because I could do Bone better than half y'all out there who think you
I
some
don't know.
bonehead. If I can
Ricky is the
remember
real.
what they said, I can do it. Just I
Ricky's
can
the
do
real
Busy
life. He's
better
the
than
real life
Busy.
Crazy Bone, bro. Listen, I'm telling you, listen, Crazy Bone got to run for his money and his own style. Because listen, that dude Ricky,
That's crazy.
nah, Ricky's cold with it, dog. Crazy added the wake up part to start. He Crazy added the wake up part to first of the month. I didn't know that.
Wake up,
Wake up,
wake up, wake up. It's the first of the
Passion
night.
Chef, come on.
That's
No,
wake
hell
up,
no.
wake up, wake up.
Not demons surround me. Buddha lovers, fool. Okay. Oh, that Buddha lovers was your Buddha lovers was your shit. Nah,
Said,
Buddha Lovers was
Buddha
tight.
love.
I think everybody was singing that in high school
Gotta
though.
learn to smoke.
Gotta learn to smoke the
Bud Smokers
Buddha.
only. It's still to this day, Bud Smokers on lead, Bud Smokers on lead.
Yeah, but
on
everybody did like that
lead.
Buddha Lovers. Yeah, Bizzy Bone killed that shit too. I know I seen a video where Bizzy Bone was really actually singing. Nah, he actually got some vocals for real. Like outside of Bone Thug and Harmony stuff. Nah, he was just singing like a regular
Boy, does
song.
not got no damn vocals.
No, Bizzy Bone does, dog. He does. He does. I'll show you the clip. He's walking around his house. His wife's videotaping him, and he's singing a regular song, not no Bone shit. He's singing a regular song. Dog, yeah, he's all right, man. He's not bad at all. I thought I was going to see Bizzy Bone on a lot of movies. I still watch Jacked Up till this day. Bizzy Bone, hella funny. He did start getting some appearances, but out of I don't know what happened. I don't know if Bizzy had pulled himself. Maybe he was having some mental issues. I think that played a part because Bizzy was starting to get some movie roles too, some low key movie roles. Chances Crazy is more consistent. Facts. He's a hard worker.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Rick says that new Bone album gonna be crazy. For sure.
It's coming
Casino,
out.
what up?
What's good, brothers? What's good?
What's up, Casino?
Chilling. And some work done.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
So what you think
on Bizzy Bone, Punk Bud?
What you got to say about Bizzy Bone, man? Do you think Bizzy Bone could have been the Michael Jackson of Bone Thugs and Harmony, man?
I think he had the opportunity, but it came too early.
You think it did? I don't think it came early. I just
You
don't.
think
I didn't think he could capture it.
I'll tell you why. If we could take it back to Criminal Come Up,
Right.
that dropped in June of '94. March of '95, Eternal came out.
Right.
96, Crossroads of Singles came out. 97, Art of War came out. None of these projects really came out a year after the other. So they never, when Eternal came out, they were still riding the wave of their first album, that first EP. So they never got to ride the wave of each project that they put out because it was so back to back. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's why Crazy, one of the things I agree with Crazy, he was like, it was too early to do the solo projects. But Lazy was like, he got a lot to say, so he gonna let him do it and got the solo deal for him. But when you think about it too, Art of War dropped, Heaven's Movie dropped right after, and then the Most of 2 dropped right after, and then they're working with Mariah Carey still. That's still '98. Bizzy dropped in '98. The Most of 2 dropped in '98, and remember, both of those was off Relativity.
Okay.
So you one label, but it's like conflict of interest. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I felt like B could have recorded Heaven's Movie and ride the wave of Art of War. And once that started, because remember, Art of War did that shit with Pac on there. Everybody was going nuts. That was '97. Also '97, we had the Bone and Biggie off of Biggie's project. You see what I'm saying? So it was a lot of, the labels were dropping the bags, but they would have made a lot more money if they ride the wave of each event that they, you know what I'm saying, like each album that they put out. You know what I mean? And so you could have recorded Heaven's Movie and put it on the shelf until shit start dying out, and then start dropping, the videos, like the singles off Heaven's Movie. You know what I mean? Because as a Bone fan, if you think about it, if you're a true Bone fan like I am, every time they drop, I was copying shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we never got a break from '94 till like 2000. 2001, actually 2002. You know what I mean? So all these projects was dropping like back to back to back to back. I didn't think they gave it time to soak up all the possibilities that would have came. And plus, he had the wrong people around him. Also, that plays a big factor to him.
Right. Hold on, Casino. Let me get to these comments real quick. Boss says, nah, I don't think so, man. I think, is that pertaining to Bizzy Bone? Rick says, I need a favor. I need a album review for Classified G's. Book of the G's, Chapter 1. G shit. For sure. Put in the chat. Let us know where we can find Classified G's, Book of the G's, Chapter 1. I definitely want to review it, brother. And I appreciate you letting us do it. I appreciate it. Polo says East 99 is where you'll find me slinging me yayo. Cleveland is the city where I come from, so Run Run is a sample of Marvin Gaye. Heard it through the grapevine. You talking about the beat? That'd be crazy if that's
the melody of the chords.
Well, a lot of stuff back then, they was getting samples from video games, bringing that to Unique, and Unique just built the beats around it, on top of whatever it was humming and all that. That's why I say Unique never got his credit. You know what I mean? But he's a mastermind in my book. And then that first of the month comment they was talking about, Bizzy was the one who came up with the concept and met up with on Crazy's either grandparents' house or Crazy's mother house. Crazy was on the porch and B was like, yo, I got an idea for a song. And when B said the hook, Crazy was like, wake up from that Marvin Gaye single. You know what I'm saying? So it was first of the month was Bizzy's idea.
Right.
Which happened to be Crazy's favorite song.
Oh yeah, wake up. Let's make love tonight. Hey, wake up.
So I just playing that today.
That's what's up. Rick says they a vibe makes them the best. No other group is a vibe. That says
that's definitely true. Them and Cypress Hill, I think. Definitely two groups that are hip hop-ish.
That says I seen the interview with Crazy Bone talking about that what Lazy Bone said Bizzy should do his solo project, but after that he said Bizzy was missing from the group. I seen that. And Lowski from Is This Mike on Podcast said, I see you boys. I'm gonna drop the link again just to see if Los pull up. Pull up, Los.
He might be talking about Crazy was like he didn't understand what was going on with Bizzy. But that's when Lazy was that's the thing I was talking about. Lazy was like, he got a lot to say. So let him do the album because they figure if they let him speak his piece, he was gonna start acting right. And B, like they said, B never came back. He just went on a rampage after Heaven's Movie. You know what I mean? So, but Crazy was, you gotta remember too, nobody knew Bizzy was kidnapped or molested up until they saw it on John Walsh did America's Most Wanted. Nobody knew what Eternal Demons B was fighting. And you gotta remember, they all grew up together. They never knew he was molested. So they didn't really understand why he was acting out all the time. Once that story came out, then they was like, okay, you know, it's deeper than, you know what I mean? It's deeper than the music and not getting money and all this and all that. You know what I mean? So
hold up. So Polo says somewhere in the hook on Marvin Gaye song, if you hear it, you can't miss it. All right. And Vet says,
wake up.
Do y'all watch? Did y'all watch Behind the Harmony? Like half of Mo Thugs been on there talking about basically. I guess a lot of the Mo Thugs people are talking a lot of crap. You know what I'm saying on Behind the Harmony.
Yeah, good and bad. It's good and bad. Like
Okay.
things that we're not privileged to.
All right, and so we got Lowski. Lowski, a member of Is This Mike on podcast. He says, "I'm at work. The locks will wash them bone niggas though." Hey,
Yeah, they wish.
he's tripping. He's tripping.
He
And I
is
I
trolling.
love the locks, Los. I love the locks. So if
I
anybody
don't.
know,
I think Bona washed the hell out of
Without a
Locks.
doubt.
I know Bona washed them niggas.
listen, I love the locks, man, but I gotta pick Bone over the
I
locks.
don't.
Um,
They're a good group, but
shout
they
out
ain't
to
better
Los.
than no Bone. They would definitely
They
get
got that
washed.
Los always known to stir up some trouble. You know, need to come back to the pod, man. But he doing his you know, his duties, man. As you know, that's what's up, man. Shout out to you,
Show.
stirring the pot up.
And a
You know what I mean?
bag of bones, boy. Bag of bones.
I think if they had just held off the solo projects, they would even with Lazy's project, his first album, Bizzy released his second solo at the same time Lazy releasing his first solo.
Yeah. Let me ask this question. Because everybody's in here you in here because you like Bone Thugs and Harmony, like, share, subscribe. Don't, you know, made it this far, at least hit the like button. But it's what I gotta say is now we all seen the verses Bone Thugs and Harmony versus 3 6 Mafia.
Yes.
Now, a group full of boneheads. Do you think Bone lost that versus? Because a lot of people say Bone lost. I need to see in the chat. Did Bone win or lose that versus?
Nah,
I didn't watch that one.
What'd you say, Casino?
I saw it. They won. Bone won. It was
Jay,
they
what'd you
say?
won. Yeah, they
What'd
won.
you say, Jay?
I didn't see it, but if I would think 3 6 because they always had crowd rocking songs. That's their cup of tea. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you what, Bone's playlist wasn't the strongest. Bone got they could have wiped the floor with 3 6 with just Art of War alone, but they wasn't really playing all the hot stuff that we be talking about. You know what I mean? So that's why even Crazy was like, they don't know why they play certain songs. They got so much in their catalog.
Yeah, I
know
agree.
what I mean?
I agree with that. I do agree with that. There was so many songs they could have played. Boss says, "Did y'all know the original Crossroads sample song came from a Sega Genesis game called Eternal Champions?" I actually knew that. I actually seen that on TikTok. I seen that on TikTok.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I don't even know what that game is.
Sega?
Yep, Sega
Jay,
Genesis.
you know what Sega is? Sega Genesis?
Nah, that game he's talking about. I never heard of that game.
Yeah. Eternal Champion. And look, they kind of created that beat to the T. That says, yeah, it was funny as hell. I brought Lazy and Bizzy CD when they both came out, and Bone Thugs won to me. All that money and the strippers on stage ain't nothing to me. I think Bone won. Okay, that says Bone won. Low Key says, hold up. Low Key says Bone lost. Low Key says Bone lost. Y'all got to take the fandom out of it. 3 6 Mafia got much better production from the new era. Bone has the way better music overall, though. And I believe Low Key has a point right there. Because Bone came in the early 90s, and 3 6 came in late 90s. Like, they really didn't get to popping for real nationwide until like 99, really 2000. 3 6. Yeah. World domination. People really didn't hear world domination. When 3 6 really got introduced to the world, it was world domination, but they didn't really get popping until that until when the Smoke Clear came out in 2000.
Well,
Yeah, man.
you didn't hear 3-6 because from '94 all you heard was Bone.
Okay.
You ain't from a lot of characters once they
Nah, facts.
you know what I mean?
Polo says Bone won. He said people would record on. Hang on. He said people would record on phone every time Bone rap. People cheered more. People paid more attention to the crowd. 3-6 had their moments, but not as much as Bone. Bone has the more nostalgic music, and Maul says, "Hell nah, Bone didn't lose shit."
Shit. I mean, one would think maybe 3-6-1 because, like I said, they got that. They got that crowd moving music. You know what I'm saying? They were known for shutting down concerts.
Oh,
Certain
facts.
songs they can't play. You know what I'm saying?
Vet,
Back in
Vet
the day
says,
when we was
"No,
coming
you're
up,
right. You're right about
you
that."
could not
Vet
play.
says one of their songs was "Scratching Up." Lazy said that it wasn't us. Okay.
Yeah, if you got the chance, go watch it. You could 3-6 got, I'm not taking nothing away from them, because all their beats, all the songs that they on their playlist was like upbeat, some bangers. You can go in a club, and this is why when Bone was coming, when their playlist was like uh, 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 like this slow tempo kind of shit, people was looking like, what the fuck are they doing? Because 3-6 kept coming with some, knock your head off type of shit, and whoever came up with that playlist for Bone, I think trying to sabotage on the low.
Look, okay, no, that's cool. Low key says, ask anyone who isn't a hardcore Bone fan like us who won. And this I noticed to be true. Low key ain't lying because many people I've asked who not Bone fans, and I just asked them because I do have my bias, right? I believe Bone lost, and the only reason why I really believe that because that's why Bizzy Bone threw the water bottle because they was dancing the ballroom dance and Bizzy Bone threw that water bottle because what he say, you bunch of ugly mother ain't gonna mock me, and he threw the water
the
bottle
ballroom dancing.
Yeah, her and Gangsta Boo and DJ Paul. But I put it to you like this: when it comes me, I'm not a fan of verses because the lesser opponent always wins because you're cheaper. You are cheaper, and in the industry, meaning you're cheaper, meaning 3-6 to feature all 5 Bone is more expensive. You can buy all of 3-6. You can buy the beat and all 6 of those characters, put them on a track. Bone is still going to cost more because who Bone is and what they've done in the game. You see what I'm saying? So when you're
Right.
cheaper, just like when you put Nelly against Ludacris, Nelly is the bigger artist. Nelly is a top 10 artist of all time, despite if you don't like him or not. No, there's only 5 rappers that sold more records than Nelly all time. Only 5. But Ludacris is way cheaper. He's been featured on a lot more things. He's done a lot more music. He's done a lot more albums because he does not have the nostalgic music like Bone or Nelly, So you gotta keep doing music because people still spinning Crossroads. They still spin Take Me Home. You know what I'm saying? They not still spinning some 3. I mean, maybe they still spinning that slop on my knob, like corn on the. They
Right.
might be still spinning that. You know what I'm saying? But we do know they spinning Crossroads, Take Me Home, and I Tried So Hard to this day.
For the Love of Money, Thuggish Ruggish.
Yeah, and Thuggish Ruggish. I forgot about that. And first of the month. Every time the first of the month come on, some radio stations playing first of the month, man.
Like I said, I was just bumping that today. It's the first today. You know what I mean?
Oh, I forgot. It's April Fool's Day too. What is it? 3-6 is a group
Oh
church
man.
people playing gangster,
Playing.
and that's facts, and that's facts. That
Well,
right
they
there is
were in
facts.
church.
A lot of the 3-6 was in church.
I
Yes,
didn't know that.
like you see, I don't know
I know
if
Project Pat now is
he's a
preacher.
pastor, but his daddy was a pastor. DJ Paul know how to play the music because he used to play the drums in the dang piano and the organ at the church.
Well, a lot of them that not to say 3-6, but a lot of artists we grew up on. That's how they got their start in the church.
Yeah, Drew Hill.
Yeah, but I think I think I think if Bone had a better playlist, they would have wiped the floor with them. But since
They didn't
they
play no new
didn't,
stuff. They didn't play no new stuff. That's where they messed up, man. They didn't play like no new. No, they played a lot of nostalgic stuff from the 90s. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And that's part of, yeah, that's partly what it was. You know,
I think they go. I'll let you finish.
no, I was just saying. Vet says I'm from the South and I didn't come up on 3-6. It was Bone or Pop. No, I can dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could definitely dig it, man. I can definitely dig it, man. Straight up, man. Yeah, man. But at the end of the day, you know, Bone is who they are, and Bizzy is who he is, man. So I don't know. I think every group's gonna have they David Ruffin, they Bizzy Bone, they Beyonce. One that won in Boys II Men was one he trying to go solo. Wyman Morris.
Aaron Hall from Guy said he had a big head.
Yeah, you always gonna have that one. You always gonna have a Grim. You always gonna have a Grim.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Grim gonna get mad when he watches. I'm gonna keep name dropping him because Grim know he's like that though. You know what I'm saying? Grim know he's like that. You know what I'm saying? So our rap group, you know, it was 4 of us, and Grim was Bizzy Bone. You know what I'm saying? Grim was always.
Oh man.
Yeah, he was never threatening to go solo, but he was always talking about it. I will tell you that. He was always talking about it. You know what I mean?
Well, now he working on his solo now.
Nah, he been working on his solo for a minute. So cats don't know we was a 4-man group, and Grim had took a little vacation. Yeah, we gonna call it a vacation, and so me and Jay had to keep moving. We had to keep going. You know, the other member had dropped out. Grim took a vacation. You know, I mean, I don't know how many years he put away, but me and Jay had to keep rocking. So there was a lot of projects the Kentucky Boys did, and it's just 2 of us instead of 4 of us. You know what I'm saying? So we know all about the ups and downs of a group, man. And it's a lot of different personalities and people, people hanging out with different people. See, because as far as our group went, I just hung out with Jay. I mean, I hung out with Jay and our squad, but I didn't hang out with nobody outside of that. Like Grim would go hang out with other people outside of the squad, and Mook would do the same. He would hang with you. So when you start hanging with different people, you start having different ideas or different conversations and things like that. Right. So we definitely know how it can be in a group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a tough thing to manage, you know. Different personalities, different, you know. That's just like a melting pot, you know. That's a gumbo.
Right.
You know. They went on tour with the Art of War.
Yeah.
Is that the one that they kept saying, promising people they was gonna show up and never would show up to these shows?
Well, a lot of time, they expecting Bizzy to be there, Bizzy not there. You know, there's other times where, one particular time, Bizzy was he homeless, and all the rest of the group, that they actually started beefing over that because when Bizzy said, what's that little, I don't want to call it underground, but a little independent project they did called Bone for Life, and Bizzy wasn't on there. And one of the complaints was Bizzy was like, I'm homeless. So he on like national TV. So the rest of the members got word of it, and everybody flew out to make sure he's straight. And then he started disappearing again.
Dang.
So you know what I mean. So they were like real pissed off about that because like yo we Bone and you talking about you know what I mean. And a lot of people gotta remember like they wasn't created. These were childhood friends that slept over each other's house
Yep.
for you
Yep.
know what I'm saying for you know what I mean. So it's not like a pretend kind of thing. You know what I mean. So but they still didn't know why he always be wilding out all the time. Like they just couldn't figure him out. Besides being the wild card, but he, like I said, he had some personal demons that he was going through, and as a grown man, you not. I don't care how cool you are. You can't stand in front of another man and say, "I got molested. I need help." You know what I mean? You don't know how to deal with something like that. You feel me?
Right.
So all that, I think that's all the chaos that was created had to do a lot stem from his childhood traumas,
Right.
but especially Lazy was like Wish didn't want no arguments. Wish was like, bro, it is what it is, and Crazy was like, yo, hang up the phone, we got to record this album. And but him and Lazy was doing the back and forth, you know what I mean? So I mean, it got real messy with him. And then Thug World Order, they cut him out. You know what I'm saying? They cut him out. Even Look Into My Eyes video for Art of War, that's why they just show his picture because he didn't want to participate. Later on, he said, yeah, that was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Because that video blew up so much and they were playing it so much that he missed out of a check for that. You know what I mean? So but all in all, I think there's a lot of issues there that wasn't dealt with, and that's why the chaos. I think all the chaos happened.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, they did and they said a lot of labels wanted them, but there's like if we ain't got all five, we not they they don't want to do business with half the group
Yeah, I
or
heard that too.
90% of the group. They wanted all five of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard the
You
same
know,
thing.
Hang on real quick. Let me get to these comments. Moss says, I can't lie. Busy is my least favorite out of Bone. All right. Okay. Storm Dog's back. Storm, what up, man? I know this
What's
is
up,
your guy
Stormy?
we talking about.
Hey, yeah, listen, I finally figured out I could hear you guys, and there's no echo, and it sounds really good, you know.
Right.
Um,
What's going on?
I I really think that Bizzy Bone did miss his chance to be the GOAT, you know, like, and I think that he let a lot of his personal problems in his past get the best of us, like some of us do, you know, like. I don't think he was strong enough to fight the demons he had going on, you know, and he let that overwhelm him and basically let his addictions take the best of him, you know, to where he was vile to be around, and they just didn't want him, you know what I mean?
Right. Right. No, that's a good point, man. That's a real good point. A lot of times there's people fighting these demons, you don't know what they going through. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like why he did that record, Nobody Can Stop Me Now. You know what I'm saying?
right. And I think that's a
Right.
side of Busy. Nobody, I don't even think the rest of the fellas knew that side of Busy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Um, and I think that's why Too Lazy felt like, yeah, just let him get it off his chest. But they ain't know none of that, those kind of songs was gonna, be, you know what I mean? He was
No,
gonna make
facts.
those kind of songs,
I mean, how do you tell
so
somebody? How do you tell somebody that? You know?
exactly.
Yeah, yeah, because
Exactly.
a lot of that stuff, you know, a lot of pride and stuff comes and hits you when that type of thing is happening. You know, like, and that's why a lot of sex offenders get away with things like that because of people like us as men. Where if something like that happened to us, say for a fact, like, and I'm not trying to take off subject, but like, the PREA, they put PREA, Prison Rape Elimination Act, because a lot of dudes in prison, right? They got sexually and deprived. They won't tell because they don't want people looking at them like, oh, I'm a victim, and these things happen to me. I'm no longer a man. You know what I'm saying? So um, it's hard to come out with that type of thing, and I just give him props for getting the courage to do that.
Right, right.
I
No,
don't think it's pride. I think it's not knowing how to effectively, conquer that fear of what society is gonna think, because there's not a handbook, you know, about how to handle this. And, as men in society, we don't get a pass for anything. You know what
right,
I mean? So compared to a female, that if that happened to a female, the whole world crumbles at her feet because they feel so sorry. And as a man, and remember when that happened to him, he was a little kid, damn near a toddler. You know what I mean? So to happen at that young of an age, you don't know what to do as a kid that young,
right,
except being traumatized. You feel me? And you carry all that with you throughout your whole life, and growing up, and running around and all this and all that. It's a hard thing to keep inside and never talk, having the opportunity to ask for help or know how to ask for help. So I don't think it's a pride thing. I think it's one of those things where, society, we how society is gonna judge us. You know what I mean? And we don't want to
Well,
be shamed.
like I've said many times before, that's why Busy is my one of my favorite rappers, probably my favorite rapper of all times, because I've been through the same thing, growing up in foster care and things like that, and so I just kind of like when I think about it, I attune my feelings and how I feel about things happening to me like that in foster care and things like that, and so and that's what I attune to him and what he would feel like, as a man,
Yeah. Yeah, and I can dig. There's some few things I can relate to that I ain't never get off my chest. I keep it to myself, but you know what I mean. But eventually, it's gonna get the best of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If
Well,
you if you can control it.
I'm a fighting drug addict, and I'm been on a sobriety for a little more than a year, and these are things that I've had to learn to fight and to get off my chest in order to keep my sobriety, and in order to keep the way I live, you know what I'm saying? And I found a comfortable place. I found someone who I love. I found God, and it's just like, but at the same time, like you can't keep holding on to this stuff if you want to heal, and I feel like that's
Yeah,
what Busy Bone did in Heaven's movie, he tried to step away and try to tell the world, like, hey, this is what I'm going through, this is what it is, and you know, accept me,
yeah, yeah. I think that's how he. Yeah, I agree with that. That's how he was able to. That's his way of talking about it.
Yeah,
yeah.
with Busy.
Because he was also known for the kid on America's Most Wanted and all that, and people for years people probably tripping like what went on with that, what's going on with that, and so and he had to try to figure out a way to try to get it out there, and try to heal himself, so
And then I
you
seen
know
another situation where he was robbed at a hotel or something. Like he was with
yeah
these
I,
girls and these dudes tried to rob him. He almost lost his life too in that situation.
yeah
Yeah, I'm not sure
Yeah,
whether
he
that was
was
before or
drunk,
after the Heavens movie.
and girls. That was after Heaven's movie. He was drunk at the bar,
Okay.
and these
Yeah.
females, set him up, and I mean, you don't get no props for robbing a drunk cat. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But it is what it is. You take that loss, and that became a whole thing too, because they
Yeah, I
were
remember
talking about
seeing
like
that,
he
man.
snitched, and he was like, I ain't snitch. He was like, when the police came questions, he said, I got nothing for you. And he addressed that, in the recording of Resurrection, he addressed that, and also when he did Alpha and Omega, he addressed that.
Oh, so
So
he's addressed the
he's like
situation
he
then.
take a loss on, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
also too a lot of things with Busy being knuckleheads, he didn't want to sign back with Ruthless. They had met their had the contract. He didn't want to sign back with Ruthless. The rest of the fellas did, because I guess they're like, this Easy E label that put us on. They saying they still like loyal to Easy, but Busy, not only but we don't need, we anybody we want. He didn't want to sign with Ruthless based on the money issues Tamika wasn't paying and all that. Rest of the so I'm not getting my money. I'm not showing up. I'm not performing. I'm not, what I mean? So
Yeah, but if that was if listen, if that was the case, you got to think about the you think that somebody would have loyalty to somebody who puts you on, like, and somebody who greatly helped you out. Bone Thugs and Harmony would never be as big as they are if it wasn't for Easy E putting them out there like
No,
that,
it wasn't.
and so like so say me and you got put on by Easy E, right? And we're doing our thing, we're out there, we got our music video out there, and he dies, wouldn't we at least give his widow, the woman he loved, a chance to make something happen before we moved on? You know?
Um, yeah, I can see it, but if I think along the lines of them doing business with her, I think she became faulty at one point in time, and I can see where Busy Bone wouldn't want to deal with them anymore. Because of shady business. I would definitely side with Busy Bone on that. I would definitely not want to renegotiate with nobody if we've caught them doing shady business with us. We caught them with their hands in the cookie jar. I'm definitely not going to try and do business with you. You know,
Was Tamika doing that? I don't know that whole situation. It was
but I can't
Tamika
say that was the case because I do remember him saying something like that or him mentioning something like that. It was
because
just
everywhere
between him and Tamika.
I read online is that he was doing a vocal thing, and his type of music was going in a different direction. That's why he moved on from that type of music. You know what
Well,
I'm
it's
saying?
crazy because I just read here now they're back together. I didn't know that they had signed to Conor McGregor, and all five of them signed the deal. So they're all five going to be on this new album. So I'm quite anxious to see where they go with this. Like I said, collectively all together, man, it's a 5-man unit. They are dope. So it's been like a
Have
couple
you
of
uh,
years.
have you seen that movie they made? I tried.
Uh-uh. Nah, I've never
Yeah, so
seen it. I've heard about it.
they got yeah, they got a movie with what's his name from California that died, the Crip dude.
Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Hussle was in there, yeah. And Lazy was all like
Okay,
beefing with
okay.
Nipsey and things, you know what I'm saying? And it was like a B-rated, super B-rated movie, but it was cool, you know what I mean? Like a B-rated hood movie, like Dutch,
Oh, okay.
you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. I haven't seen that one. I didn't know Nipsey Hussle played in movies like that. I didn't know that.
yeah, you got look it up. It's called I Tried
Yeah.
by Bone Thugs
Is
and
that from
Harmony.
that's from the single, right? From the spinoff from that single that they had, I Tried So
Yeah,
Hard.
with Akon.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And see that
Yeah,
was
listen, I just watched this movie yesterday when I was chilling. I just like it was weird because it came on my feed when I was looking through Facebook. Boom, they're like, watched the movie by Bone Thugs and Harmony. I tried, and I was like, what? I didn't even know they made a movie. I remember a couple of podcasts ago we were talking about it'd be cool if they made a movie, you know. And I was like, oh shit! And so then I watched it, and Nipsey Hussle and everything was in it,
Yeah, I definitely haven't seen that one. I haven't seen or heard about that one.
and they're
Definitely,
hustling, you know.
definitely, yeah. So
So
check that out.
it's definitely something to check out, you know, if you're really getting into all the stuff they
Yeah,
did, you know.
yeah, I wouldn't mind checking that out. I remember Flesh was in a movie a long time ago that they filmed back in Kentucky called Winner Take All. And
Winners take
Flesh
all.
is in, yeah, and Flesh is in it. Flesh is actually in it. I think he's even on the soundtrack that they have for them. It's like a low budget movie, but they filmed it in Kentucky. Uh, like a hood movie, and Flesh is in there. But yeah, that
Okay.
one I tried so hard. I did not know about that one. Did not know about that.
No,
But
it's
shout
just
out to
called I
Busy Bone,
Tried.
man. Shout out to Busy Bone, man. We all agree that you did miss your GOAT status. Ain't nobody's fault but your own. Uh,
Hey, but listen, he has a good woman by his side now. You know that rapper chick.
yeah,
I forget her
yeah.
name. And
Oh,
you would
she's a
think,
rapper, J Cass. J Cass, she
yeah,
calls herself, I think. I
yeah,
didn't know
she's a
she was a
rapper.
rapper.
Yeah,
Oh
she's
wow.
not big or nothing, but she's a rapper. But I would think that he would take her and make something bigger of himself, you know. And that's what I was thinking when he married her last year. You know, I was
Yeah.
like, did he do it for the moves to grow to maybe combine their talent and maybe make something bigger? You know,
Well,
like
hopefully, man.
Beyonce and Jay Z.
Hopefully she'll help him out with his ongoing career. 'Cause like I said, he's back in the studio. They're putting out a new project. Him, Crazy, Lazy, Wish, Flesh, and Lazy. So, he's back in the studio, man. He's about to drop some heat. Hopefully it'll be good, man. I'm anxious to hear this new Bone project they're putting together. Like I said, I'm even shocked that Conor Gregory even has a record label and is even listening to rap, but he got them and he got another artist, Obi Trice, another rap artist who used to be signed to Shady Records. And somebody else he got. I can't think of the name,
Well,
but
listen,
shout out to
the
all
way
them, man.
the way raps evolved so much lately, like I hope that they don't think that the old style they were rapping in is going to cut it today. You know, like the old
I'm quite
style.
sure they ain't gonna come with the old stuff. I'm quite sure they got they're them dudes is pretty talented, man. They keep up with the times. Plus, they're always writing. So with them always being consistent as far as putting music out throughout the years and years and years, I'm quite sure they got something definitely dope to say. This new project, man, it's no doubt in my mind. I just hope, man, when they start touring with this project, they all five show up to the tours. I hope Busy Bone don't go into his Busy Bone move where he gets this big hit again and he starts to disappear from all the shows and they can't make no real money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They definitely, like somebody said, they definitely have a vibe about themselves. And so them doing a show, they can definitely pack a house. So it's no doubt in my mind they will get money on a tour. It's no doubt in my mind. They can definitely get some schnuckets on a tour. It's just, man, they got to be all willing participants in that. You know what I'm saying? They definitely got to be willing participants in the keeping
there's
each
listen,
other focused, man, and just getting out there on stage and doing what they do.
there's got to be a way to where you could reach out to their their manager or something, you know, and say, hey, listen, let us promote their shows on our show, you know, and maybe get a little bit of screen time with them or something. You know what I'm saying?
I'd love to have that. I would definitely love to have that. I would definitely love to have that.
You know,
Definitely love to have that.
if you could shout out to anybody who knows how to get in contact with that type of thing and advertisement, like to say, hey, listen, we're willing to throw them out there, and we're the biggest Bone fans, and we want to stay
Yeah.
stay saying, hey, go see their show, you know, promote them, can we get a little bit of screen time though? You know, just we all we need is 5-10 minutes. You know.
I totally agree with you, man. I totally agree. I'd love to have some 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 FaceTime with Crazy Lazy Busy Wish and Flesh. All five of the Bone members, man, chop it up with them, or even just one of them. You know, even just one of them, man. I would love to definitely do that. I would definitely love to do that. But I will say this, Bizzy Bone, after this project that they do, man, I'm quite sure they're gonna go back to doing their solo projects, man, and hopefully this here album will give them a good boost as far as streaming sales for their next solo projects. Because these, you know, we've been reviewing a lot of artists, man, and I'm noticing a lot of the artists that are from the 90s that are coming back out are really dope with the pen, man. They're coming out with really, really good music. And I can see Bone as being one of those groups to put out really, really good music, you know, and do very, very well, man. Get their career back on the go. I mean, back online and doing shows and doing tours, man. So I definitely hope this is what this catapults for them to do, man, because they deserve it, man. Them Bone Boys definitely deserve it, man. Whether they were solo, whether they was together, their solo projects are just as good as their together projects. You know what I'm saying? Now they had a little few duds here and there, but other than that, man, collectively together, man, they are definitely dope, man. They're definitely dope, man. And I can't
Well,
wait
I
to hear
definitely
more
think they
projects.
deserve a chance too, man. 'Cause they've created a lot. They've like everybody uses a little piece of them in their music. You know what I'm saying? They've done so much for the music industry that they definitely deserve another shot at the top. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, they definitely do. I agree. I totally agree, man.
And
I love to
and
hear the
you
new
know,
one with Cypress Hill too, because that's one of my favorite groups. But yeah, I
and let
definitely agree.
these young dudes out here see they're still going. You know, because so there's a lot of people that don't even know who they are. You know, and it's
No,
crazy
they
to think
don't.
about that.
They don't. It
You
is.
know,
It is. It definitely
it
is.
just makes
It
me feel
definitely is
old. You know,
crazy.
it's like when my dad's talking about some
Hmm.
of his singers, you know, and I'm telling
Hmm.
my kid about Bone, and he's like, "Who the hell's that?" You know, and I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah. It definitely is. Well, hey, look,
You know,
Stormy, man, I'm about to get off here, man. I'm glad you jumped on this live. I don't know what happened to everybody else. I know you a big Busy fan. I'm a Busy fan, as just as a Bone fan, just as much as you are a Bone fan, man. We don't wish nothing but those boys, but the absolute best. But they projects that they put out, man. That's why we always jump on here, man, and we chop it up about them, man. We appreciate everybody who joins us on these lives, or even with us doing our album reviews, man. Remember, like and subscribe, man. And thank you again, man. And shout out to you, Stormy, man. Thank you.
peace out.
Yes, sir.